competition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got...
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. We stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3. This ball's cut by Bowers. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He breaks the tackle. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and a lone yard coming up. He'll look to throw. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They're going for this. Escapes the pocket. They're on it. That's intercepted. There he goes, right sideline. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position, but to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby, and they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. Gotta make it. What a hit! And the ball's loose! And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Running on first here with Jacobs. Still has room inside the 15. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs who's hurt after that play and in need of a look from the training staff. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. On the play fake, it's Levis. That's caught. Devon Achane. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Levis now off the play fake. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Levis now on first down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's brought down after a modest gain up to the 46. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Looking for the back that time. And that makes it 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Giants are set to punt. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total. He loses it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. And New York is making a house call. Touchdown! The Giants finish off their opening drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Evans now to return. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot.
Levis here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, New York! The Giants grow their early lead to 13. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Giants double their lead to 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Here's Carter on the return. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Throwing from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Roquan Smith with the pick.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, Levis. Brought in right side. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Working inside the red zone. Nowhere to go with it, so Higgins throws it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. It came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Third and short yardage, Levis. Buys time, rolling run. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. And that one goes off the left upright, but over the crossbar. Oh, it still goes through. That one is good. And that makes this a 3-score game. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Evans now to return. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Hand off to the back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. All right, here we go. Second down. Looking to the air here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is on third and long. That one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that brings up fourth and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and in. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Achan reels it in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Giants will have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing now on first down, Levis. Able to find Jones. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Trying to run it in, Achane. And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. Within 5 yards, things looking good. 2nd and goal now from the 2.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Achane. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
The Giants using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So now, here's 3rd and goal. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's in for the touchdown. The Giants could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants make it a 24-point ball game. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete here to Bowers. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Here's 2nd and 2. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Hits his running back. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. That one gains 7. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They're set up at the 35 now. Man in motion here. They'll run here on first down. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Hauled in left side. And he gets him around 6 there. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
More and more, we're seeing the data and the numbers tell us cross midfield and be aggressive. Go for it. Go for it in these 4th down situations. But I promise you, Kate, that sack right there puts a seed of doubt in the head coach's decision-making process.
Back to throw, needing a first. He's on the move. He's got it to his running back. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
This throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they take this in for the score. The Raiders chop some of the lead off before the half. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This taken from the 12. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Levis from the shotgun. Finds his target, Robinson. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Levis now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
3rd and long, here's Levis. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Raider football. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. He's got a gain of 6 there. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 4. He's got a man left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw. Forced out to his right. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
2nd and 10 now. Delivered to the sideline. Smith-Njigba brings it in. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On the move, headed right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds Smith-Njigba. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Here comes the final play of our 1st half. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this 1st half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has it at the 11. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. On the play fake, it's Levis. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the 2nd half because he kicks it off on the very 1st play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this 2nd half.
On 1st down, they'll run. This is ahead for about 5. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
At the Giants' 29-yard line.
From the 29. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He brings it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Well, we saw him absorb that big hit, and it's as we feared. He's in some pain after that play, enough that the medical staff going to go out there to check on him. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running this one left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did. And, of course, his throwaway. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Oh, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. He's throwing deep to the left side. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And the Raiders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
That's now 2, Kate, that they've got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd and 8. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They go play action here. Cut out left. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Raiders settling for 3 as they send the field goal unit out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll get them back to 11.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
He'll begin his return from the 11. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Achan again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun now for Levis. Has a man, it's Achan. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Levis. Cut near the goal line. He has the New York touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants push their lead to 18. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Here's Carter on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Got a man, Bowers has it. Oh, he trucked that defender. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
From the 48. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Throw on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going play action. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. A-chain on the inside give. Into the second level past the 30. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And they'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tyler Newbin with the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd down carry for A-Chan. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Levis now off the play fake. Buying some time left. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Evans now to return. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's on the move. Got for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. him on the quick hitter. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
From the 43. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Raiders first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back now, pressure on its way. Hauled in left side. And they bring him down around the 34. Working quickly here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw left side, complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Has it at the 7. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. The back grabs it. And in for the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. Into the red zone. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Giants have likely locked up the win right there. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. To the air now on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling run. Oh no, they get him yet again. Roquan Smith with the pick.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Throwing now on 1st down. Levis hits his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Third down run from Achane. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a third and short stop.
On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this kick works out pretty well for him. It's blown dead at the 12. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Again, he's got room. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Giants very close to an 11th win this season. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. And he's going to take a knee.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them.